Next up, the Merseyside Derby. Now, we all know every derby matters. Of course they do, every single one. It's against them, isn't it? But this one matters more than most. Given the current situation, this one really, really matters. As of recording this video, we're 12 points clear. We got a goal difference of plus 13 on Arsenal as well. So in essence, we're 13 points clear. Same games played. So with 9 games to go, we are in an absolutely incredible position. A position from which no team has ever lost the league. But it's not a given, not yet. We've still got to do the job. Win our 5 home games, including this one coming up against Everton, and we're champions. It's as simple as that. Doesn't even matter what we do away from home. That wins us the title. But we're coming off an international break. We've just lost a League Cup final and been knocked out of the Champions League in our last 2 games before the break. 1 after extra time and penalties. So the break probably came at just the right time so that we could take a breather, get over those defeats, get over the disappointment, regroup and get ready for this one. To say we looked knackered, especially the Newcastle game, but to an extent in the PSG game as well, is a bit of an understatement. The team looked absolutely, completely gassed. It's another season where we've gone deep into 4 competitions with a limited squad, certainly a limited squad in terms of the players who've been getting the bulk of the playtime. And it takes its toll. We've seen it before and we're seeing it again this season. It's the price of success. You play that many games, it means that your players are going to be overworked, overplayed, and these things can happen. As well as that, the international break has brought a couple of injuries as well. So Alisson with a concussion, Ryan Gravenberch sent home as a precaution. I'll talk about them a little bit in a minute. It's very disappointing to go from being in 3 competitions and looking like we could potentially win them all to suddenly being down to just 1. But it's the big one. It's the big one. It's the one every single one of us would have taken before a ball was kicked this season. And we are in such an amazing position to achieve it. But we are coming off 2 straight defeats. And that takes its toll on players' mentality. After going on such a phenomenal unbeaten run, we've now lost a few games. We've got the exhaustion factor and we've got the injuries factor, and it's Everton, a team that no matter what is going on in their season has it in their DNA, and it doesn't even seem to matter who plays for them. It's in their DNA to put every single ounce of effort, grit and determination into this one game. So it's going to be another battle because they will be up for it and we have to be up for it as well. The last 9 league games Everton have played since Moyes has come in, they're unbeaten in them all. They've won 4 and drawn 5. Now, I'll qualify that. The last 6 that they've played in the league, they've won 1 and drawn 5. I know Moyes is being considered as some sort of messiah, but of his 11 games so far in charge of Everton, he's won 4, drew 5 and lost 2. So his actual win rate is 36% so far after 11 games. Arne Slot's win percent, even given the last couple of defeats, is 72.3% as Liverpool manager. But stats are one thing, the reality is going to play out on the pitch, and it's Everton's chance once again to try to derail us from winning a title. And that for them is all the motivation they need. They're still singing about it, that they did it when they beat us at Goodison last season. So they're going to try and do it again. You saw the reaction when they got a draw in the final seconds, the Michael Oliver fueled draw that they got. You saw them pitch invasion, the lot, because they got a draw. So you know how much it means to them. While they've been starved of success for a long, long time, they get the jollies from taking us down. They do. It's a fact. And for once, over recent times, they're in no danger whatsoever of relegation. So They don't have that pressure on them to desperately need points. With the pressure of relegation, it can mean a team is always extremely nervous, and it plays out on the field. Well, they're not going to be like that this time. They're going to play with a bit of a freedom, knowing that even if they do lose, it's not going to affect them in terms of potentially putting them in a risk of going down to a lower division. And the fact that they are unbeaten in 9 league games. Any team that goes on a 9-game unbeaten run is going to be confident going into any game, especially facing a Liverpool team who've just lost their last 2. But we're unbeaten in 25 league games, not 9, 25. Only Notts Forest, long time ago, has managed to beat us in the league. And let's just look at it in terms of comparing the two teams. We're in first place. They're way down in the league. I think they're 15th. We've scored 69 goals to their 32. We've conceded 27 goals to their 36. Our goal difference is plus 42 to their minus 4. And we've won 21 league games to their 7 this season. Their 7 wins, 3 of them have come against teams in the bottom 4. So against the other top 16 team, they've played 23 times and won 4. I want to move on to this exhaustion thing I've just mentioned. A lot was made of the performance against Newcastle in the League Cup final, and rightly so. It was a dismal performance. We've got to remember a couple of things. That came a matter of days after we just played 120 minutes against PSG and then gone on to penalties and lost the game. So that's going to take an emotional and absolutely a physical toll on the players, and it showed. They weren't up for it. They were exhausted. They couldn't raise the game to the level that they needed to against a highly motivated Newcastle team. And another thing that's been made a lot of, over these recent few games is Mo Salah's form. And I've seen too many posts from people saying Mo Salah's having his usual post-Christmas dip, and when the going gets tough at the end of the season, where is he? I just can't understand people with that mentality. Ramadan is February 28th to March the 29th, and in that time we've played PSG twice, Southampton at home, and a League Cup final with extra time and penalties in one of the games. So Mo's dip in form, if you want to call it a dip in form, has 100% coincided with his fasting. Same for Ibu Konate as well. They've both been on a month-long fast in terms of honouring their religion. And what that entails is fasting from dawn to sunset every day for an entire month. So is there any surprise that their form might have dipped a little bit in terms of their physicality and their energy levels? No, not at all. So can we just cut it out with this Mo Salah's having a dip in form and this happens every season? Utter nonsense. He's having a record-breaking Premier League season and it's going to continue. So, having said all that, we go into this game with, I think, a very timely rest. I know some players were on international duty, but a lot of them have had a lot of downtime, get over the emotional impact of losing a couple of games. And even in terms of those injuries, there seems to be positive news. We've got Alisson seems to be okay, according to himself, and Gravenberch is being assessed. He was sent home as a precaution and is, quote, unlikely to miss any Liverpool games. So, Dutch national team, Dutch player, Liverpool have a Dutch manager, and Gravenberch gets a bit of time off with an injury. Well, he might have been injured, I don't know, but hopefully he wasn't, and hopefully it was just a precaution, and hopefully the lad's been given a rest because he deserves one. So the only injuries that we've got going into this game, Tyler Morton's injured, but the other injuries that we've got, 3 of them are potential right backs. We got Trent out, we got Conor Bradley out, and we got Joe Gomez out. So that means Gerald Kwanzaa is likely to start as the right back, and that's absolutely fine with me. I have full faith in the lad to do a stellar job there. Other than that, assuming Gravenberch and Alisson are fine, we're in very, very good shape from an injury perspective. So quite a bit of rest and almost a full squad. I'll take that going into a Merseyside derby. And this is it. This is it. It's 9 games. There's no other distractions. We need to give it 100% focus. It needs to be the only thing on these players' minds. 100%. No other trophies to worry about. This is it. These 9 games. And of course, it's at Anfield. This is not the last Merseyside derby at Goodison and all the emotional baggage that comes with that. This is not the return of David Moyes. He's been back now for 11 games. They were in a better position a couple of months ago to derail our title than they are now, because that draw that we got actually gave Arsenal a bit of a leg up and could have got them closer to us, other than the fact that Arsenal couldn't take advantage of it. But this time we're 12 points clear at Anfield with almost 60,000 Reds roaring this team onto success. David Moyes has never won at Anfield as Everton manager. In fact, he's gone over 20 games as a manager for all clubs without winning at Anfield. It might mean nothing in terms of the upcoming game and what might happen on the pitch, but what it does mean is that plays on his mind. What it does mean is that he's got a mental block when it comes to Anfield because he has such a poor record there. The other reason that this game might be so incredibly important is that we're 12 points clear at the moment, but by the time we kick off, if Arsenal have beaten Fulham, it's down to 9. And we absolutely do not want to give Arsenal any encouragement by drawing or losing this game. And that gap gets a little bit less, because it will give them encouragement and it will play on our lads' minds if it's another game without a win. That's why this one is so vitally important, to get over the line and get the 3 points. So come on lads, 100% focus, 100% commitment, because we're going to need the commitment, we're going to need the desire, the effort. We got to be up for the battle, we got to match their dirty tricks, we got to match whatever they throw at us, we got to match their physicality, we got to match their set piece routines. And if we match all of the sort of desire elements of the game, we win the game on quality, because we are a far, far better team than them. I mentioned the stats before. We are far better than them in every facet of the game. So come on lads, let's get it done. Let's get the 3 points. Let's go into the last 8 games of the season at least 12 points clear and one step closer to title number 20. You'll never walk alone. See you after the game. Ta-ra.